welcome to the deep dive. We know you want knowledge fast, without getting buried in details. Today, we're diving into something really fundamental, building that emergency fund.
Exactly. It's such a key piece of financial security.
We've got a guide here from the business world.
Yeah.
Lays out a pretty clear path. So our mission today is just to pull out the actionable stuff you can use, like right away.
Yeah, the guide's pretty comprehensive. Talks target amounts, calculating your expenses, where to put the money, automating it, even staying motivated.
Okay, let's kick things off with the big one, the target. How much are we actually talking about here for this safety net fund?
So the standard advice, and what this guide points to, is aiming for about 3 to 6 months worth of your essential living costs.
Essential costs, like what specifically?
We're talking the absolute must-haves. Your rent or mortgage payment, utilities, groceries, insurance premiums, minimum debt payments. You know, the things you absolutely have to pay each month.
Okay, 3 to 6 months. That can sound pretty intimidating, honestly, especially if you're starting from zero. Is there a smaller first step?
Oh, absolutely. And the guide highlights this, which I think is smart. Start with a mini fund, maybe $500, maybe $1,000.
Ah, okay.
Just getting that first small cushion can make a huge psychological difference. It takes the edge off, gives you a quick win, builds momentum.
Right. Makes it feel achievable. So, okay, how do we figure out what those essential monthly costs actually are? Seems easy, but maybe not.
Yeah, you really need to get honest with yourself here. The guide says track your spending. For a month, maybe 2.
Track everything.
Pretty much. Use an app, Mint, YNAB, things like that, or just a basic spreadsheet. The key thing is really digging into where the money goes and separating the true needs from the wants.
Those little wants can add up, can't they? Okay, so
yeah.
we figure out our essential number. Where should we actually keep this emergency money? Not just the checking account, I assume.
Definitely not. The guide strongly recommends a high-yield savings account.
Why high yield specifically?
Well, 2 main reasons. 1, you earn some interest, which is better than nothing, even if it's modest. 2, and this is crucial, keep it separate from your day-to-day spending money.
Out of sight, out of mind sort of thing.
Exactly. Reduces temptation. And make sure you can get the money out easily and without penalties when you genuinely need it. Liquidity is key here.
Makes sense. Accessible, but not too accessible for impulse buys. Okay, the hard part for a lot of folks, actually saving consistently. How do we make sure money flows into that account?
Automation is your friend here. The guide talks about setting up automatic transfers.
Like straight from your paycheck?
Yeah, either from your paycheck deposit or just a regular transfer from your checking account right after you get paid. Treat it like a bill, a non-negotiable bill you pay to yourself first.
I like framing it like that. A bill for future peace of mind. What if someone feels like there's just no extra money to transfer? Budgets are tight.
That's a common hurdle. The guide suggests a 2-pronged attack. Cut expenses where you can and look for ways to boost your income.
Okay, examples. Cutting expenses sounds painful.
It doesn't have to be drastic. Think canceling subscriptions you don't really use, cooking at home more often instead of takeout, maybe calling your internet or insurance provider to negotiate a better rate. Small things add up.
And boosting income.
Side hustles are the obvious one. Freelancing, gig work, whatever fits your skills, or maybe selling stuff you don't need any more clothes, electronics. And if you get any windfalls like a tax refund or a bonus, straight into the fund.
Practical stuff. Okay, the guide also mentioned debt. How does paying down debt fit in with saving for emergencies? Feels like a conflict sometimes.
It can feel that way. The guide offers a specific strategy here, kind of an optional path. Build that starter $1,000 emergency fund first. Get that tiny cushion.
Right, the mini fund.
Then, if you have high interest debt like credit cards, focus really hard on paying that down before you go all out, building the full 3 to 6 month fund.
Why that order?
Because that high interest debt is actively costing you a lot of money. Getting rid of it frees up cash flow later and stops the bleeding, you know?
That's a smart approach. Okay, let's say we built the fund, maybe the mini one, maybe the full one. How do we protect it? Make sure it's actually there for an emergency.
Yeah, defining emergency is key. The guide is clear. Job loss, unexpected major medical bills, urgent home repairs like a leaky roof, or essential car repairs so you can get to work.
And what's not an emergency, according to the guide?
Definitely not vacations, new gadgets, concert tickets, eating out, basically anything non-essential or planned.
Right. And if you do have to use some of it for a real emergency?
Top priority becomes replenishing it. Build it back up as soon as you can. Also, the guide recommends reviewing your target amount maybe once a year. Life changes, right? Income goes up or down, rent increases, maybe you have kids. Your target might need adjusting.
Good point. It's not static. What about investing? People see that cash sitting there, maybe earning tiny interest and think, couldn't it do better in the market?
The guide strongly advises against that. Your emergency fund needs to be safe and accessible immediately. Stocks, crypto, whatever, they're too volatile. You risk it not being there or being worth less right when you need it most. Keep it in cash, in that savings account.
Safety first. Got it. Lastly, motivation. Saving for months or years can feel like a slog. Any tips from the guide on staying the course?
Yeah, a few things. Visualizing progress helps use a chart or an app that shows the balance growing.
Mm.
Celebrate hitting milestones, even small ones. Maybe not with a lavish purchase, obviously, but acknowledge the progress.
Uh-huh.
And be flexible. If you have a tough month, maybe you contribute less. That's okay. Even small amounts consistently add up over time. The key is consistency, not necessarily perfection. And again, reassess that target if your costs go up.
So really the big takeaway is that building this fund, step by step, is about way more than just money. It's about reducing stress, building resilience.
Absolutely. It buys you breathing room, peace of mind. It means one bad event doesn't have to become a total financial disaster.
So here's something to leave you with. Think about it right now. What's one single unexpected expense that could really throw your finances off track today? And how would having even that first $500 or $1,000 buffer change how you feel about that possibility?
That's the real power of starting.
Indeed. Great insights today. Thanks for breaking that down.
If you found this discussion informative, please like, subscribe, and share this channel to get daily discussions on a current economic topic.